We, we cannot continue to rely on the military in order to achieve security objectives that we've set. We've got to have a civilian national security that's just as powerful, just as strong, just as well-funded. Quote from Barack Obama. Hi, my name is Owen. My teammates are Sandhya, the cross-ex, Critic, the rebutter, and Miles, the summarizer. We believe that Houston had a better vision for Texas than Lamar, and our value is security. Dictionary.com defines vision as the act of power of anticipating that which will or may come to be, and security as freedom from danger, risk, etc. Houston was the first president of the Republic of Texas, and Lamar was another president who disagreed with Houston's vision. Contention 1. Houston's love of peace was one reason he had a better vision for Texas than Lamar. Lamar wanted to chase out the natives and defeat Mexico, but Houston disagreed. And we know that because he gave a speech in 1836 stating, treaties of peace, goodwill, and the maintenance of good faith present themselves to my mind as the most rational ground on which to obtain their friendship. Document D. This information ties into security because if they chased out the natives could come back stronger and ready to fight. Texas could become weak, which would let Mexico easily attack. This will cause chaos and insecurity, which is why they need to make peace and keep their friendship. Houston also spared Santa Anna in the Battle of San Jacinto. Houston wanted peace, so he held Santa Anna hostage until he agreed to sign the Treaty of Velasco. It says in Hardcore Horizons, Texas Edition, page 209, many Texans wanted Santa Anna put to death, including Lamar. Houston treated Santa Anna with respect. This can help keep Texas secure by making Mexico trust them. If they just killed Santa Ana, Mexico would not trust Texas and they would attack again. Contention 2. Houston also had a better vision for Texas than Lamar because he wanted to join the U.S. Houston wanted to join the U.S. And we know that because in the article it states Houston wanted to join the U.S. and we know Houston wanted to join the U.S. because he believed that being part of the U.S. would give Texas the best chance to survive. This relates to security because the U.S. could help keep them safe from other countries and they could help pay off their debt, which would keep them protected because with their paid off debts, they could use more money for the army, which would give them better protection. Contention 3. The last reason Houston had a better vision for Texas was because he saved a lot more money than Lamar. In the article it states, Houston disbanded most of the army to save money. This quote matters because it shows that Houston would take drastic measures just to save money and help the country. This relates to our value because with less money being used, they can pay off the debts and then they can use more money for the army to protect them. In document E, it shows after Houston's first presidency, Texas debt had gone up less than 1 million, but after Lamar's, it went up 5 million. This shows that Lamar was preventing Texas from paying off their debts. We believe that Houston had a better vision for Texas than Lamar because he loved peace, he wanted to join the U.S., and he saved a lot more money. Our team values security. We cannot continue to rely on the military. Barack Obama. This means people can be just as strong as the army, and they can keep each other safe without hurting other people. They can be peaceful and still be secure.
Okay. How does being peaceful to an attacking country relate to security?
Because if other countries are attacking you, you are more exposed to war, and war is not safe for people.
But you're being peaceful to them, which just lets them continue on with the war.
If you're being peaceful, it means you might be able to stop war too.
How did the Texas edition, the Hardcore Horizons Texas edition book know that Houston treated Santa Ana with respect?
Because it clearly mentioned when other people, including Lamar, wanted Santa Ana put to death. Houston treated Santa Ana with respect and spared him.
How do you know that I saved money and just didn't spend?
Because Houston, according to document E, Houston only had added less than 1 million debt.
How does joining the USA affect Lamar? Did Houston think about that?
No, but it will help Texas because Texas will be more safe because US was a strong country. It even fought off Britain.
But at that time, Lamar was Houston's vice president, so Houston had to think about his thoughts too, right?
That was true, but Houston did think about how Texas was supposed to be safe.
What would you do if Santa Ana didn't sign the treaties when he was hostage?
Then I would just send him back.
And let him continue on with his reign? And continue on with his reign of terror?
I don't know about that.
What if US declined?
Then Houston would try other ideas to keep Texas safe.
And what if Mexico declined the treaties? What would he do then?
Houston would then try to keep Texas even more safe and start spending more money.
Have you ever wondered why Texas was an independent republic for so long? It was because of one man, Lamar. He spent $5 million for his country and took all the risks. Hi, my name is Ali, the lead and summarizer, and my teammate is Ara, who is the cross-examiner and rebuttal. We strongly believe that Lamar had a better vision for Texas than Houston. We value autonomy and will now define hard words like vision. The definition of vision is your ability to think about the planned future and wisdom according to Oxford Languages. Lamar was the second and last president of the Republic of Texas and was also the hero of the Battle of San Jacinto. Autonomy means bravery and self-determination. One reason Lamar had a better vision for Texas is because of his belief to expand land all the way from Texas borders to the Pacific Ocean. This is good because it gives more land to the people of Texas. Also, it could help them by giving them more land to build. This would also give them all the resources in that land, like food, water, and materials. This also gives them more land for security because they have more space to train soldiers and to put up walls. This relates to autonomy because it takes determination to expand land to the Pacific Ocean, from the article in document A. The second reason Lamar had a better vision for Texas is because he wanted to fight out the natives. This would help them by giving them more money and supplies. More land would help by giving them more areas to train soldiers. This would also help for safety in Texas borders. I know this because they would add more walls and cannons to the borders and keep Texas safe from Mexico. This would help them in wars too. This would be perfect because at the time they were at war with Mexico and Houston was signing peace treaties which could be defective like the time Santa Ana signed it and didn't respect it. This relates to autonomy because it is hard to fight multiple wars at once and you need autonomy for that. From documents A and C. Another reason Lamar was a better president is because he wanted to be the only South nation in North America. I know this because if you you're the only southern nation in the continent, you'll have less enemies. This is small because if you have less enemies, you'll have less wars, and the less the amount of wars you are in, the safer your country is. Also, this will give you more areas to fish and hunt for food. The more food there is, the happier your country is, and the more you can fight. Houston didn't give protection to them, and pirates stole their food. That was one of his mistakes, and it shows in this letter from L.T. Bright. We now have nothing to eat but beef and coffee without bread. This relates to autonomy because being the only South nation takes a lot of courage and autonomy. From the article and documents A and C. We strongly believe that Lamar had a better vision for Texas than Houston because of his autonomy to expand land, fight out the natives, and be the only southern nation in North America.
How is war with natives better than peace?
Because if the natives are dangerous, Houston might not know about it, and Houston wanted to keep them. But if Lamar fought them off, it would be dangerous for a little bit, but then all of that danger would be just gone and never come back.
Would expanding to the Pacific Ocean, which would take lots of time and war, be safe?
It would be safe for most of the people living inside Texas, and for the soldiers, well, they're in war, so it's bad for soldiers. But after all the wars are finished, no matter who wins, the war will not continue, which means everybody will be safe once again.
But don't you have to go against another country, or maybe even more?
Well, if you go against, well, yes, but still, if they win or you win, either way, there will be peace, no matter who wins, because then you will not have to go to war again with them.
What would happen if you couldn't chase out the natives?
Then either the natives would stay there peacefully, or the natives will come and attack, which means Lamar would have to retaliate against them.
But since Texas is in so much debt, how would Texas get out of it and be able to fight all of these wars?
Texas would hook up some things to make some money, like disband the army or something, and then as soon as the wars start, they would reband the army, and by then the debts would be lower, so they would have enough money to fight.
What would happen if while fighting a war, Lamar would be killed?
Then Houston or one of Lamar's generals would probably take over, and one of them would probably have the mind of Lamar, and Lamar would want to have that person be his general, or is the person who takes his place.
Are you ready? With one of the negatives questions, Santa Anna would not want to do the treaties. I would keep him because I believed he had a good person in that body. When our Cossacks asked about how to get out of debt after a war, the negatives said a bunch of things about how Houston lowered the debt when he was president. So wouldn't that be probably, it would be better for Houston to be president then. And when we asked about war, they said people inside Texas wouldn't have to worry, but the men and fathers of children would
be out there and die if they were to lose the war. Our contentions are about how Houston had a better vision for Texas than Lamar because he knew security and was peaceful. An example of this is when he didn't chase out the Native Americans and he spared Santa Anna's life, even though the citizens wanted to kill him. Houston knew it was the right thing to do. We mentioned in contention 2, Houston wanted to join the U.S. He wanted to give the citizens in Texas the best chance of survival so they are secure. This would give Texas less debt so they could protect themselves. We mentioned in contention 3, Houston spent less money than Lamar. He only had $750,000 more debt from his presidencies, while Lamar spent $5 million on things like military and expansion, even though it was very unlikely to happen with Texas being so small compared to other countries.
Judges, are you ready? We believe that Lamar had a better vision for Texas because of his autonomy. I know this because it takes self-determination to expand land, fight off the Native Americans, and be the only southern nation in the U.S. He also spent so much money just to keep Texas a republic, even knowing the list. He also wanted to expand land to the Pacific Ocean for more land and resources so his country could be better and more settlers would move in. On questions 5, 6, 7, and 8, the affirmative team answered weakly. First of all, on question 6, they said, I don't know about that. This shows that they are weak because they didn't know what they should answer. On question 8, they said that Houston could find more ways to keep Texas safe, but Houston already took all the precautions to keep Texas safe. That's all I have.